Hey, y'all. Hey, I'm going to get started today, and I just wanted to welcome everybody in. My name is Carrie Phelps. I am DigiMOM. So I started DigiMOM as a way to connect with other women of color and show them how to um, basically get acclimated with AI. So give me 1 second. I got to let some people in. So if you just sit tight, I'll be right there. And we can get started. I need to share my screen. Okay. Sauce. I think we are good to go. All right. Just want to make sure we are all on the same page here. Okay. Okay, just a few things. So I have two groups. One is called DigiMom. The other one is called Digi Builders. So DigiMom is for beginners, right? People that are needing a little bit of um, basic understanding of what AI is and is not. And we are going to slow walk that group. Have what is called the Digi Builders group. So the Digi Builders are people who are already have some type of um, reference for AI, right? I'm not talking about people that are using ChatGPT and they've just learned about Claude. I'm talking about people that are actually building with it or would like to build with their AI, their business with AI. So these are like entrepreneurs, coaches, general contractors, consultants, attorneys, anything of the like. That is what the Digi Builder group is for. So um, just gonna click off a couple things. Otherwise, I'll lose my little signal here. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, right? So enough about that. So today we're going to learn about AI 101. So what is that going to cover? We're going to talk about ChatGPT. What exactly is a GPT? Claude for non-technical beginners. And we're not going to use any jargon. So we're going to essentially keep it very, very open and easy. So my slogan for welcome you to AI 101, ChatGPT, Claude 9, Technical for Beginners. I'm Carrie Phelps, and I am the founder of DigiMom. In this course, I'm going to bring you some help and understand AI in plain English so that you can just start using it confidently, like in your day-to-day life and in your business. Oh, it's going a little slow. Hold on. Let my slide catch up. All right. While it's catching up, um, so as you can tell, I am founder of DigiMom. I have an MBA in international business as well as risk management. I am a certified AI consultant as well as a certified AI coach. Um, I have been an educator for many, many years in one capacity over another, just so you know a little background about me. Enough about me. Let's get into it. So, through DigiMom, what I do is I support women and professionals who want to leverage digital tools and AI to work smarter. You can learn, continue to learn AI with me through the DigiMOM membership, right? If you have questions about the membership, drop a comment membership and I will get you started. So today what we're going to do is give you a little teaser of what you can learn inside of the membership. As today is the first day, it's a lot of the basics. So here we're going to offer community support. I'm going to provide you with resources. I'm going to give you with some prompts. Prompt is not everything, but it gives you the basis of what you need to do correctly. So today I'm going to talk to you about, let's talk about the AI basics, which I will call the LLM, which stands for large language models. So you'll see like um, a ChatGPT, a Gemini, a Claude, a Manus, and a notebook LM. So those are called large language models. That's a LLM. And we'll talk about what exactly is a GPT. What does that mean? And how can ChatGPT and Claude actually help you to work? And how we are going to set up your accounts and how to start using AI immediately. These are all of the things that we'll learn. So in module one, we're going to walk through real briefly about building your foundation. And at the end of this section, you'll understand the language of AI. So we have basics, the LLMs, GPTs. What does that mean? The most popular ones people are using right now is ChatGPT versus Claude. So that's OpenAI and Anthropic, the other names that they go by. So AI stands for artificial intelligence. Now that's been around since the 1970s. A lot of you know um, when Netflix took over instead of Blockbuster, that is artificial intelligence. If you notice, it recommends things for you. And Netflix has been around for many, many years. Your Siri, your I forgot what on my Samsung what it's called. Galaxy, Go Galaxy. I have on my Samsung. So that also is a form of AI. So you've been using it for quite a while. You just probably did not call it AI. And I don't want you to get tripped up over language. I just want you to know that you have been using it. You've been using Google. That's AI, right? So simply put, it allows computers to perform tasks that normally require a human intelligence, right? And I always say keep a human in the loop, right? That means that no matter how much machine learning there is, you always need to have a human that is actually reviewing whatever task. Examples would include like if you use a Waze app, you use Apple Maps, you use before we used to use like Quest Maps or whatnot, but now it's come so much further than that. You have voice assistants like Siri, like I mentioned before, and you have recommendations on streaming platforms. So all these tools that can now generate more content for you. This is just reiterating the different types of AI that you're currently doing. You can have like your reading. If you know, if you have a Amazon Kindle membership, that Amazon Kindle is currently able to, you're able to define a voice and it can read to you. And then you also can use it to write like the auto dictation with inside of your text messages as well as in your if you're using Google Docs apps again. Your Gmail is definitely powered. If you're using 365, then you have Copilot. Those are all forms of AI that are currently in place, and they have been in place for quite some time. So let's move on. Let's talk about what is an LLM. So, as I mentioned, it's a large language model. And here's how I'm going to explain it very simply, right? These are systems that are trained on massive, I mean, massive amounts of text. They recognize algorithms and patterns. And in that language, they generate responses based upon the algorithm that they feel would be natural in conversation. Now, why this is important is that while you are using LLMs, you need to train it in your own voice. And I'll get into that more inside of the sorry, inside of the membership group. All right, so let's keep it moving. Now let's talk about what is a GPT. What the heck is a GPT? We hear about Chat GPT. It actually does stand for something. So it stands for generative pre-trained transformer. So it creates brand new content. So it generates, right? It's pre-trained based upon a lot of data that's dumped into it. And it's called continuous learning that it does. And then it transforms it into an output that you can understand, right? So think of it like this. The LLM portion would be like the vehicle that it packages in. So, like your car, for instance, or a GPT is like the engine. So, it's actually the part that actually runs it. And you have specific features within inside of your engine that actually runs your vehicle or runs your boat, whatever it is. And then ChatGPT is the whole car as a whole. So like it's all the finished things with the all the bells and whistles, and it has like all the features and let's say fonts and pictures, and you basically package it the way that you want to. So you have to customize it for yourself. You just don't go in and just use it like you're using Google. All right, so let's talk about ChatGPT versus Claude. All right. So ChatGPT is often known for its creativity. You can use that for brainstorming and a broad ecosystem. Now, Claude is often preferred for writing, presenting longer documents, like natural communication back and forth. So today we are going to use both so that you can kind of decide which one that you would like to use best for yourself. With that being said, this is just a comparison tool. Um, I will have this replay up inside the membership for those of you who decide to join the membership. So again, creativity, integration, and versatility is ChatGPT. It's also called, you've been hearing it in the news, by OpenAI. Claude is called it's by Anthropic, and so you'll hear Anthropic. So those are the two terms you're probably hearing inside of the news. This does polish documents, long documents, and it has like a natural conversation, and it'll follow up with some extra questions if it's not sure. So here's the important part, right? Let's talk about actually setting up your tools. Why is this important? Because a lot of people just sign in the chat or sign into Claude and think it's ready to go. It's, you got to prime the pump, right? And that is essentially very important. So now that you understand what the tools are, let's get into how you're going to set them up. So the first thing we want you to do is start by creating your ChatGPT, your OpenAI account for ChatGPT, and your Anthropic Claude account, right? So you can create and start creating these as free accounts. Now, what they're going to do is verify your email. They're going to send you an email, and then you're going to put in your code that they give you, or click for Claude. They typically have you click on the link, and then the link will go back from your email and it'll go back into Claude and sign you in. Voila. And then you can access your dashboard. Now, you don't have to worry at this point about choosing which sorry. You don't have to worry at this point about what product that you're actually going to use. I say try them all, sis. So what I mean by that is start talking to it and see how each one responds back to you, and see if you like one versus the other, if you like the output of one versus the other, right? It's still not all the way set up, but we'll get into that also within the membership of how to actually set up your ChatGPT and your Claude so that it actually speaks like you do. And I don't mean like it mimics your voice. I mean like your intonation and how you would actually speak to people instead of it sounding like a robot because it is a large language model. So it will sound very robotic. So you typing in there, create me an email for XYZ, right? It's going to sound nothing like yourself. So we want to be able to prevent that. So next, what we're going to talk about is personalizing your account. Again, why is this important? Because you want, for me, I'm a direct and to the point person, right? I need not, I don't want to go all the way around the mulberry bush. I want you to get straight to the point, no chaser, right? And that's how I have my Claude and my chat set up. So I call chat is my bestie, right? And then Claude is Lorelei. So those are my two personalities that I have inside of each one of these LLMs that I'm working with. And yes, I work out of both of them because they have two very different functions. And you'll find that out as you're tinkering around in your new account. So let's talk about this personalization that we were talking about. So first of all, you can begin by making AI for you, right? You're going to go in personalization, then you're going to go in there and you're going to tell it, hey, these are the goals that I'm currently working on. Tell them who you are, what you do. You can upload your resume. Make sure you turn off. You do not want to share your data. That is one of the most important things. Let me see if I can. I'm trying a new tool today, so bear with me. Let's see if I can get this up. So if I'm pausing, hold on one quick second. I just want to make sure that I am able to go into I can show you as we're doing this. All right, I think it's right now. And it's just a spinning. All right, so while it's doing that, we're just going to keep moving right along, right? So again, like warm and friendly. Do you want it to be professional? And where do you go to find that? You're going to go click right by your name. And ChatGPT, it's in the bottom left corner, and then in Claude, it is oh, depending on which model you're using, it's in the bottom left as well. If you're following along, give me one quick second because I'm just waiting for it to still load. It's still spinning on me. Um, you can choose to have it save its memory, or you can choose not to. That's up to you, right? You can also create projects. Now, within projects, these are really cool things that you can do. These are like all the group related things. If you're working on a specific task and you want to have multiple different conversations and come back to the conversations, it'll pull all the information together in both Claude and ChatGPT. So just keep that in mind. Say, for instance, you have a major paper due, or you are in the middle of your MBA, or if you are working on a client, each client would have its own project that you are working on. So you would create a project folder for that particular client, if that makes sense to you. All right. So moving right along. So let's today, then for the rest of my group, they will get module 3. I don't know what's wrong with me. I need some water probably. So we're going to talk about AI safety and privacy. Now, this is extremely important. Why is this important? Because AI is a powerful tool, but like anything else, it can be used for good and it can be used for bad, right? We all know this. Anything can be. So safety matters. So don't share your passwords, don't share your API codes. And if you do have a password that you're using, make sure you change it after it's been shared. If you accidentally do that, please do not put any confidential client data in there. Um, and always it's very important. Think about what information that you are dropping into any LLM, right? Um, again, never share your AI has what's called hallucinations, right? And we call them hallucination. They're flat out lying, right? Chat does it a lot. So what you have to also do in your instructions is let it know, hey, I want you to double check your information, and you can even type that in your prompt. Double check your information before getting back to me with a verified source if you are researching, right? There's other tools that I would use for researching other than ChatGPT. Um, but just so you know, that does happen. Again, protect your client's data and review your privacy settings. Opt out of data training. And again, that's found in your bottom left, right by your name. And if you have a picture in there, you click on that. So for ChatGPT, it is. Okay. So ChatGPT, you click on your name and you click on personalize. In Claude, you would go into your settings and then you personalize from there. Again, you can do all of this within your free account. When you start running out of, when you start building things and you need more, then I would suggest that you jump to the $20 a month plan once you decide which one you want to use or if you want to use both. I have several things that I use on a daily basis. So it's completely up to you. I hope that you have enjoyed what I've been presenting thus far. And I'm going to continue on with my membership, and there we're going to deep dive into actually how to look for the privacy and where to go within their account. If you would like to learn more, again, as I mentioned, we have a membership for DigiMOM. And those DigiMOM membership includes trainings twice a month, on the first and the third of the month. And if you are a builder, it's the second and fourth Sunday of the month. And in those, we will go into detail. You will have resources, um, and we will walk through things all on your own. With that said, Digimom's group for the first 25 people is $27. After that, it does go up to $47. All right. Well, have a great evening. Talk to you soon.